Welcome to Game Time Live, presented by Verizon. I'm Larry Michael. We're at the beautiful brand new Levi Stadium here in San Jose, California. A 4:25 East Coast kickoff, the Redskins and Niners. Let's check out what's going on the field right now. And not a whole lot, as the Redskins have come out for an early workout, and now some of the guys have retreated. We're going to bring Andrew Walker in here from Redskins.com and give us a look at the inactives, as there is some news for the Redskins here. It's not good news for the defensive secondary, is it?
Yeah, David Amerson's going to be inactive today. We'll probably let Coach Gruden explain that one after the game, but as I understand it, he's going to be inactive. Tracy Porter will start in his place on cornerback. And then also Leonard Hankerson is inactive, so that means Santana Moss is up. Trent Williams, left tackle, dealing with the right leg injury, or his right leg. He's got a sprained MCL and a sprained ankle. He's also inactive today. So Morgan Moses will make his first career start today. Spencer
Long also is up, so the Redskins are going to see some youth out here today. And I believe the word on Emerson, some type of disciplinary issue. And again, Coach Gruden will explain that after the practice. And this stadium is absolutely gorgeous. It's brand new. Redskins have faced the Niners 30 times in their history. The Redskins trail in this all-time series, 10 wins, 19 losses, and 1 tie. The Niners have won 2 straight, and the Redskins, as we know, have been struggling of late, and all eyes are on RG3 today.
Yeah, he didn't play well last week. He acknowledged that, and there's, all the things swirling this week. It was just kind of a weird week, and it seems like all that's been squashed, and they're just focused on playing the 49ers. And Robert obviously went in Belichick mode and talked about that's their only focus. So, I'm interested to see how Robert responds. I can't imagine that he's the type of guy that will come out and play the exact same way. I feel like he's going to come out and play solid, hand the ball off to Alfred a lot, and test this 49ers defense, which is obviously very talented across the board. Little horn here. So.
Yeah, I guess it's a foghorn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we weren't ready for that. Anyway, the Redskins come into this game coming off that tough loss, and I think one of the keys to this game here today, I'm going to ask you your 4 keys in a moment, but I think one of the keys for the Redskins is to try to get the clean slate, try to put the last couple games behind them. That Tampa Bay game had such a devastating effect as it happened, as it unfolded, as it ended, and it's going to be interesting to see how fired up and how ready the Redskins are in this game coming off of such a tough loss as that one.
Right, and really the start for that game last week against Tampa really was about as bad of a start as you can ask for. Interception on the very first play of the game sets up the Buccaneers' first score of the game. Second drive, Trent Williams goes down. Third drive, a pick 6. That's really, and that's one of my 4 keys. You've got to be getting a lot better than that, especially here on the road, against a really good team. You simply have to start better than that if you want to win.
This is Verizon Game Time Live, and we're in Levi Stadium in San Jose, California. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow morning, as we do after every Redskins game, it's the Monday morning Redskins wrap up with Chris Cooley and Marcus Washington, recapping the game. Check that out on Redskins.com and also on Comcast Sportsnet the day after every Redskins game. And 27-7, the final last week. Let's get to your keys to the game, because this is a game the Redskins would love to win. They seem to play up to the level of opposition. They play down to the level of opposition as well. What are your 4 keys, Andrew?
My first key is you can't let the 49ers get into a ball control, game clock control type game. They are 3rd in the league in time of possession at just a little more than 33 minutes per game, but at home they up that by about 3 minutes. So here at home, they really like to hand that ball off to Frank Gore. Colin Kaepernick does a great job commanding their offense. He's a very consistent young quarterback. Secondly, Chris Borland, the rookie linebacker.
Rookie out of Wisconsin.
Yeah, he's just done a heck of a job filling in for Patrick Willis, and they're at that pivotal inside linebacker spot. He's averaging more than 15 tackles a game the last 3 games. NFC Defensive Player of the Week this week after intercepting Eli Manning twice. So he's just done a heck of a job. He's going to be around the ball. There's just no 2 ways about it. He's going to be around the ball the whole game. Alfred Morris and others are going to have to do a good job avoiding him. They're going to have to seal blocks against Borland. And I mentioned third, they're going to have to get off to a better start. They can't have the critical mistakes on there's a low pass bobbled by Niles Paul, and then Trent Williams, that you can't help that, but he was hurt, and then the pick 6. You can't do that on the road, and so pretty much that's it. For me, the main thing is I think you're going to see a lot of Alfred Morris today. And for the 49ers, Frank Gore, I think, is going to be a name you see a lot too, because they are 33-1-1, I believe, in games under Jim Harbaugh, in which he gets 30 more carries. So, you know, I think it's going to be a nice kind of, you know, grind it out type game today here at Levi Stadium, which by the way is just an awesome stadium.
Yeah, it's brand spanking new, ain't no doubt about that. Thank you to Andrew Walker. You can catch him throughout the game. Check him out on Redskins.com. He does an outstanding job. My thoughts on this game, it's pretty obvious the Redskins are in desperate straits, 3-7, just trying to find a way to win, and they'll do whatever they have to get a W here today, and that means anything. Robert Griffin III has a lot of pressure on him today. I believe he'll come out firing. I believe he'll come out with some conviction. The conviction hasn't been there the last couple of games. The tentative nature to his game has kind of caught up to him, and I think he realizes that. We've been watching practice, watching the walkthroughs, and Robert carries himself well. We'll see what happens here today. But turnovers, always the major key to any football game. The Redskins near the bottom of the league, 29th in turnover ratio. The Niners, a winning team, though 6-4, they need to win this game. It's an important game for them. They've got a Thanksgiving matchup with Seattle. But turnovers, the Redskins just have to find a way to win the battle of turnovers. And that starts with the quarterback, I think. RG3 can't afford picks. He's got to be able to get rid of the football, not take the sacks that we saw last week, and in a general way, manage the game that we haven't seen the last couple of weeks. And for Robert, coming back from that injury, it's been a discombobulated season for him, no doubt about that. But there are no excuses at this level. Redskins have to win this ball game. Temperatures in the 60s, a little bit of a breeze. And yes, this is a far cry from Candlestick Park, this beautiful Levi Stadium, where we hope the Redskins get a big win today. That's going to do it for this edition of Game Time Live, presented by Verizon. I'm Larry Michael. Enjoy the game and hail to the Redskins.